Okay, World Economic Forum police. They have their own police now, I guess. And that's fine. Go ahead and have your own World Economic Forum police, right? And do that over there on your own continent, and I'll have my continent where the CDC and the World Health Organization is banned. How about that? There we go. And I will remain on the fringe, right? What a funny joke. If I command every military in the world, I'm sure I'll remain on the fringe, right? And you might be pissing your pants. The world's smartest man might be having a conversation about currency itself, guys. Yeah, and everyone just wants to run every direction as soon as I open my mouth. You can see that whenever Elon opens his mouth, that it manipulates the entire cryptocurrency market. Okay? What happens when I open my mouth and manipulate every market? Okay? This is what you want to talk about, Adam? Are you ready to talk about what is important in Cascadia? Gold is going to be less important as I'm trying to discourage gold mining due to environmental concerns. Did you guys ever think about that? The natives said gold made the white man crazy, and they were right. Okay? You guys would kill over gold, you know? And that's the same with money. When you have a bunch of money, go down south and see how much human life is worth. I'm trying to restore dignity to human life on this entire continent. And they would like it very much if I did that, don't you think? Don't you think they want a world without murder down south? With less chaos? With a currency that matters more and stuff like this? They want the prosperity that we have up in the north, right? And I want to give that to them. I want to quit being greedy fucks like America, okay? We all take care of each other equally here. It's the human race over here. I safeguard the human race on this half of the planet. That's what the noocracy is doing. That's the power of the noocracy. When you get somebody smarter than everyone else, okay? And I see now that people in history tried to do the same thing in the 1800s, okay? This guy was arrested for being smarter than all of you, trying to start his own government, because he knew. Because he knew he had a better way of doing things. And don't you want to hear that as the people of the world? Everyone wants to hear it. But you have these financial fuckers. Oh, they don't want you to hear that. No. That's bad. Keep the public in the dark. Keep the public dumb. Make them good workers. Keep them paying their taxes when taxation is theft. And the new government runs by donation. Because that is what allows you to control the size of government. If you let your government get out of hand, that's what creates tyranny. So this is how we control that. This is how we mediate tyranny, right? You have Adam Brisbane mediate tyranny because he understands America. All right. What does it matter What does it matter? You don't have any money, Adam. What does it matter what you say? We're going to keep this bird in a cage. We're going to keep this bird from talking. We're going to control the media. I mean, there are things I can tell you that most of the currency is digital. What is it? 80% of the currency is just numbers in the sky. Numbers in the sky. I think there are a lot of people that are happy with the free market, that are happy with raw capitalism like this. And they see the solution as a universal basic income regarding poverty, regarding stimulating the economy from the bottom up, like Andrew Yang talks about. And I would say that he's right. In my book, I talked about redistribution of wealth on a bell curve. So you could kind of mediate the currency and bring the highs down lower, bring the lows up higher. So when you have that median currency, people would value relationships more, a little bit more that way, right? But when you have currency at all, and you have wealth discrepancy at all, and such wide variations, there's always that temptation to make your woman a hoe, right? For the world to just like pour money on your woman, corrupt your woman with money. And that's what we're worried about, right? The weakness of women to be corrupted with money in the face of building a family. So it just gets to the point where you ask yourself, what's the point of money at all, right? If anyone can be compromised with money to kill another person, and you realize that that's kind of the evolution of what happens when you still have capitalism and human life is devalued, right? And no one likes an intimidating police force that blows people's brains out either. And when you fail to understand basic rights, nobody wants that police force there. The people don't want it anymore, and there's a reason for that. It goes against the Declaration of Independence. So, I mean, for us and our policy in Cascadia, I'm just like, go ahead, have your World Economic Forum police over there on your continent, and I'll run this continent. I will run medical here on my continent, not the CDC, not the World Health Organization. I will. Because I don't want that encroaching tyranny here. Nobody wants that here. No one will put up with it. Did you think you're going to have that kind of thing go on forever? No. And you're going to see who our leader is, right? Who pops their head up first. Here I am, guys. Leader of the free world. And we have our own thing here. That's all. Having that currency at all, it might be the wrong idea. And here's another concept. Imagine if we had no money and the government just provided the things that we needed, right? if we all donated to the government like this, that would just allow us to have the social programs that we desire instead of ones that are just kind of thrown in our face with the bureaucracy. Most people aren't voting, like a lot of people aren't voting. Why would you vote if in a noocracy anymore in any nation? That's the big conundrum. This is the reason why the lockdowns are so severe. When the people understand that the people themselves, by majority, prefer to have that leader based on intelligence rather than that one based on popularity, you have to change. You have to have a big transition worldwide, or you're just playing dumb. You're playing dumb with modern times. I mean, you're already 8 years behind. The Zennial just is not represented in Congress, is not represented by your government, okay? The people my age and below are just not represented, and there's a reason they're just not in there. AOC does not represent our generation, guys. Time to wake the fuck up. Yeah, sweet. So let's bring freedom of speech back. Let's bring comedy back. We should respect our comedians more, because if our highest intellects are people like George Carlin, are people like Joe Rogan, a comedian, because he does his podcast, because he absorbs all these minds from all around the world on his podcast. You see what he's doing? He's empowering himself with knowledge. He's making himself the hub of public discourse. Okay? And that is a threat to big government, because they wanted to be the top dog. They wanted to be the big stud, right? And their news is just kind of collapsing. I mean, it's Joe Rogan's show is bigger than the news. Okay? That's what is pissing Congress off, probably, right? Or something. And then I come out and I'm like, hey guys, look at me. Look at me, Joe. Look at me, Elon. Pretty funny, huh? And there could be somebody even crazier than me. Imagine one day, if you can even imagine that. I had kids. I had a couple kids there. My kids could take over the world, just the same. So that might be a threat to a bunch of dumb people. If you're dumb, that's a big threat. He has children. He had children. If somebody takes over the world, there's a lot of people that are going to be playing catch up, right? They're going to know what the fuck happened. Everyone's just wondering what the fuck happened, right? They're just hiding Adam. That's all. Everyone's just hiding me. They want to keep their power. They want to keep their countries. But here, humanity made a choice. They wanted someone smart. And there were smart guys all through history. They were just kind of unsung heroes that just like were not listened to. And if you just keep doing that, you're going to fuck up the world one day, especially when we have nuclear weapons and all this. Okay, guys?